Howdy, Big Beefy Burger Body here in an episode. Binding Guys Repentance plus Eden Streaks. That was 11. We got Jacob's Ladder is a really good start, actually. And you know, a pretty good passive item. But we got a good active item too that kind of is like a passive item, basically. That sometimes might get me hit, and I'll complain about it when it happens, but for now, that is not the case. I don't have, like, super, like, stories other than the fact, like, I've just been busy. You know, I've been streaming. Only, like, twice a week, but, you know, still streaming a little bit. Drawing, all my usual hobby things. Soy milk plus Jacob's Ladder might not be as fun. But we are going to hear those zapping sound effect quite often. It seems like it's going to happen. That stuff is really good. Amnesia, you know, it's irrelevant on this level. But instead of just reiterating the usual things I do in my spare time, and you know, as a way to make a small amount of income, second, like on the side, assuming that, you know, like anybody would. I want to mention, so like I just haven't really recorded in a while, right? I recorded when the external item descriptions was added to the game, and like that was basically it. Like it's been a couple weeks because I've been just like focusing on like cleaning and stuff like that. But when I late into the night, I wake up like a douche and then roaming in the night. I rhyme night with night, but I'm thinking that song right now in my brain. I've been playing a lot of Terraria. Expert mode, which for a little bit of lore right now, is Terraria is one of my favorite games of all time. I would say for sure. This is like kind of a weird fight right now, but it doesn't seem too difficult. The lightning definitely isn't doing like much damage at all. Yeah, I played a bunch of Terraria. Like my current character right now is like 70 hours long on my newest one. Because there was a bunch of achievements. I haven't played the game in a long time. I'm excited for the update to be coming out. I could get hit, but I kind of just like stumbled everyone by. So I wanted to just like do like a lot of stuff I hadn't done before. There was like a handful of achievements I hadn't done. So I tier size plus range is just like not what we're looking for here. So I did that. When I got all the achievements, I did all the fishing quests and stuff like that, and I'll get into the fishing quest one because that's like pretty infamous for being one of the worst ones in the game, if not the worst one. And that definitely results in why the file says like 70 hours, because on top of that I built like idle farms and stuff like that, which I had never done before. I played it on expert mode. Never beat on an expert mode. In fact, like before then, the only time I've ever beaten Moonlord was like you do the nurse strat where you just don't even actually learn the fight at all and play it to any meaningful degree. But I beat the game finally, and I did all the little side content. I had never, even though it's been in the game forever, I hadn't done like get to fit wave 15. Now, that being said, getting to wave 15 with, like, Meowmere is, like, the easiest shit ever. Of, like, the Pumpkin Moon and the Frost Legion, all that stuff. If you played Terraria, that's just, like, that sort of end-time thinking, optional content stuff you can do. And, obviously, when you do them, that's, like, score-based, depending on how many enemies you kill. So, like, you want the best weapon in the game to do it. You're not really... You're just shooting yourself in the foot score-wise, not using, like, the best gear. So yeah, I went from, like, ranged to, like... Vile Thorn is one of my favorite weapons in the game, and I haven't really played a full game of Terraria, because I always get bored. Like, after playing Terra, I would just like drop the game and get bored. Haven't really played the game since like Melee got buffed. To have like last time I played the game, the Terra blade still shot out a blade projectile. It didn't have that cool waving effect. So like I got to experience a lot of new cool stuff about Terraria. At least Terraria, new stuff to me. And in fact, I used to play a lot of modded Terraria and Tears down. Actually, kind of dreadful. Which had it had like the nail comically, because I've been playing Hollow Knight. It had the nail as a weapon, and I loved the way that the nail felt in Terraria. So I just kind of used that because it was like a unique swinging melee weapon that wasn't just like a true melee. Because the true melee weapons in Terraria don't even really feel all that good. Like Maramasa is pretty fun. And they like changed it. You're just allowed to use auto swing on like everything, including bows and stuff like that. So you gotta keep mashing your mouse. Like, good change, a lot of good stuff in Terraria, and I hadn't played the game very long. That being said, I'm like, I want to play Terraria on the channel, but I don't know what I would do because I won like 70 hours in my world. Including AFK farms and stuff like that, you know. It's a lot of stuff. I'm very slow in Terraria. Like, I will literally go into, like, I know you can, like, go very fast and kind of just, like, speedrun tunnel through, like, the underground with bombs and stuff like that. Try to get your, like, enough, like, hearts to beat the bosses. Like, instead of having to be like, you need to make sure every, pick up every kill mushroom I see. Like, I'm like that kind of player. I'm so slow when it comes to that game that it would be like obnoxiously awful to watch. That being said, one idea, I need to know if this is like, would be horrible. I'll probably like mention it on my next stream. Brother Bobby is honestly going to be like a big DPS increase because our actual damage is like not that good, so we can rely on Brother Bobby. That's good. I'm like, I am like really bad at like hoarding items in Terraria. Like, I'll be like, have like 6 copper ore in my inventory, and I'll be like, well, I need to get back to base and like dump that when my inventory is full. Like, I need that ore, and then I don't need it. I'm really bad with item hoarding in like any like survival game, but especially Terraria. But Terraria at least has like the nice ability to just make sure you don't like have just all these chests everywhere. Well, I mean, you have to have all these chests everywhere, and then you have to really forget what everything is, and you gotta manually go to every single chest, Minecraft, and then it has auto sort. That's like really what makes it a lot more manageable. But the dumb idea I had is it's like, I've done all this content now on Terraria that I'd never done before. And it's like, there's all these like, Terraria has just like so many little niche things you can do in it. That's like an insane amount of just like extra stuff you can just do. Like, oh, hey, you can shit in a toilet and get poop blocks. Like, you can play golf. You can drive a little drone around. You can do all this like random comedy stuff. There's like way too many dimensions. Like fly kites, beach balls. Like there's so many just like things in that game that you can do. That it's like, it's cool that you can just like experience a lot of that. And now like there's like a lot of stuff to like really customize your world. I mean, there's like consumable items that like let you change the moon style that your world generated with. So if you have a particular moon style you like they'll say, I like the brown moon. The brown moon looks pretty cool. I like the brown moon in Terraria. You can swap to it, and it's like it's like very customizable. It's like crazy to me how much stuff is in that game. Okay, but anyway, the dumb idea I'm having is I haven't played Master Mode. I mean, I did play Master Mode, and that definitely helped contribute to that aforementioned getting bored before I get like beat Plantera. I should beat Plantera for sure on Expert Mode. That shit was not fun. But I was like, I launched Journey Mode, saw what it was, and then just instantly like didn't like it because of how like you have to obtain items first to be able to actually like get things, and then I was like, no, this is not for me. The dumb idea I have is I wanted to see if how many items I can get in Journey Mode. If I could get all of them. Like a full completion Journey Mode character, I have obtained like all 5,000 items in Terraria, which is like probably easier to do, like because you can just, you know, once you Journey Mode, you have to like research items, and then once you've researched them, you have like a cheat for like creative mode menu you can just use to get them all. So like you basically just get a handful of resources, and then you make those resources just infinitely usable. So like theoretically it doesn't seem that bad, but then like the real thing that you then start realizing, if I were to do something stupid like this, which would be fun maybe to do on streams, there are a lot of items, and a lot of them require a lot of grinding. And like, for example, I'm just going to use one item as an example, is the Rod of Discord, which is a very, very, like, one of the best items in all of Terraria for sure. It just lets you teleport to your cursor on you get a debuff that if you do it again within 5 seconds, you hurt yourself. But like teleporting anywhere on screen, it's pretty strong. You beat Moonlord, and then you no longer get that debuff, so you can just infinitely do it. Yeah, it's pretty strong. It took me the average I think is like 1 in 400, or like not bad, but you know, it's the drop chance that you will get that. You're like not getting like any soul hearts this month, by the way. I don't even really mind it, honestly. Who even needs soul hearts? But just me idling to try to get that thing, I killed about 780 of those the enemy that drops that, and there was only one enemy that drops it, so like it took a while. That was probably like 3 hours of just like sitting in an AFK farm waiting for that to happen. And I was like actively sitting there and waiting for it too, which is, well, I mean, I was like drawing it as well. A lot of the AFK farming is like, you know, it's nice because I can pull out the drawing tablet and then like go crazy on drawing like Chillet from the Pokemon game that's better than Pokemon. I would have really been mad if I had gotten hit immediately and lost that heal chance, by the way. I will say, I kinda like this build. I just kinda want more than like one soul heart though. That would be nice. To spawn this game. Okay, we're just gonna bomb out of that room because that one shouldn't even exist. So that let's say that one item took 3 hours. That's a lot. But then there's like a bunch of items I don't know. There's like a checklist mod that allows you to like know like what items you have researched, so I can at least like not have to discover. Like I'd be like, oh, okay, that's a new item I haven't seen yet, or like what's this silhouette? Item ID. Oh, that's the frog tongue hook. You get the frog tongue hook by defeating Poop Fishron, and it's like, okay, you just go do that. But then the real kickers here are gold critters are rare, and there's like a gold butterfly. There's like a lot of gold critters, I'm pretty sure. There's like 8 or 9 of them, maybe more. And some of them have like awful spawn conditions. And then there's the fishing quest that I did, because all of those fishing items are considered an item, so I'm sure you can research the fish. Yeah, I knew it was gonna get hit there. There's like really no way I couldn't have, because I really can't kill an enemy in time without 3 more being in my ass and having no soul hearts this whole fucking game, I guess. Health down, I mean, it balances out the health up I got earlier, but whatever. I mean, I'm just gonna get hit, so like it can't phase me at this point. But yeah, the real kicker is like the banners. I would have to kill. I'm just gonna be like estimate, because I know some enemies you don't have to kill 50 of. You have to kill 50 of like every enemy in the game. So that would be alone probably an insane amount of time spent on that. So there's like a lot of busy work for sure if I were to do this. On the plus side is if it was in journey mode, I could cheat, but one, I would have to like establish like, because you can just turn on God mode on fucking journey mode apparently. That's cheating for sure. Fucking 1 soul heart saves this run, man. But you know, I can just like you can just turn the spawn rate up and change the difficulty at any time, and you can like, I would really only have to kill a boss. I don't know if I haven't really like played more than like an hour of journey mode just to be like, what is this? I'd have to play like, I'll like fight one boss one time, then like research the bag that the boss dropped probably, and then I could get an infinite number of whatever item that boss spawns and not even have to fight it more than once. And theoretically, I think I could literally fight it on expert mode and then just like, I think when you kill a boss on non-expert mode, they drop their little gold statue. So there's a lot of little things. Like, this is just like fucking fuck this run, this sucks. I don't want to keep playing this if we're not gonna get like anything even like remotely useful. Like 1 soul heart. Hey, can we get one? Thanks. I'm sure I'm gonna lose it to fucking creep I can't kill in time. I feel like this happens with Jacob's Ladder. Like, you get happy you have Jacob's Ladder, and then you realize, damn, Jacob's Ladder with nothing else is like not good. I've lost like 3 or 4 runs with Jacob's Ladder just because it's like, well, I'm good against like groups of enemies maybe, but a boss, I have nothing else. Like, I would only have Jacob's Ladder during some of these. Like, this was like old Isaac, where you'd only get like HP ups and like trash. Yeah, we need like some boosts here. But yeah, there's just a lot of items in Terraria, and journey mode creative 100% item completion might be a lot of a major undertaking. But I do want to do something for Terraria on this the channel, because it is one of my favorite games. And the fact that I was able to like break the curse of getting bored instantly, it's certainly like exciting. I started modded now. I started like looking into what mod pack I would want to even make. 'Cause, hey, I've played Calamity a lot on my modded 4 different super large mod packs. Maybe playing Revengeance mode will be fun. Do I know? Not really. But there's also like other like individual mods that like make the game a lot more different. But modding has gotten kind of neat recently. This is just a room, man. It's gonna take me too long to like kill Mega Fatty in this room, so let's just use bombs. So we'll figure something out. It's unfortunate that I walked a little too close to that thing, especially because I have lowered speed on top of this. But this is a good example of just shooting a single enemy is going to take a while. So let's just get mad about that. I know there's like I played one run of it to test it, and I don't even like it. There's like a mod that adds Risk of Rain items to the game, basically, or like it just turns it into a roguelike. But it's the Risk of Rain style of roguelike, where all of the items, you don't feel like you get stronger in Risk of Rain. You feel like you can chain items together and like ability dump into enemies, and like both of those, like they're just not as appealing as just like getting stronger to me. I don't think Risk of Rain's bad, but like I definitely am like definitely prefer just to just to like I don't like how in Risk of Rain you there's like basically nothing other than like watches that increase how much damage you take. By the way, great scissors, by the way, is the fucking item we get. Wonderful. Yeah, that's the run. Just get scissors and crash. We're gonna use this algiz on this blood donation machine to try to get like something else. But yeah, it definitely has the standard a like 5% chance to fart my ass out if there's a guy. So it was not exactly my kind of game. Do want my money though. Health down pill we don't want though. Perks. What would a perks funny pill do? Let's take the luck down. Yeah, that's the great one. This is gonna be a difficult run. I don't know if they buffed Blue Baby or if it's just like a streak thing, but Blue Baby has been having a lot of health as of recent, and it's been a lot harder to kill him. So this might be a little bit of a difficult run. Yeah, I like feeling like I'm getting stronger. The other thing I wanted to like about Risk of Rain, I guess, that now they're gonna make this say Risk of Rain sucks, is like at least like in games like that, I prefer when like my main method of like attacking is my best thing in my kit generally, because going like a commando is a good example. Commando's like default gun just kind of sucks. It's inaccurate. It's really like kind of pitiful damage, and then you use his ability, and that's kind of what makes him a little better. Is you actually get like something decent. Let's get Dead Sea Scrolls here. Okay, the HP is fine. I was looking for more like an item. So I think we're actually fine with all that red health. The run is gonna be a lot easier now. First the Labyrinth's pretty nice too, and I have to worry about things. Empress, probably better than Horse pill verb. But a good example of this is like when I would play Overwatch. Pharah's best ability really is just her rocket. And like everything else is bad in her kit. I don't like the kind of character design where it's like Genji, I guess, is a good example of this, where you have like really good abilities, like, oh, I'm Genji, I got this dash, I've got this reflect ability that helps me get into escapes and stuff like that. I've dash that's like aggressive, like a free hit guaranteed almost, with the ability to be comboed into a melee. I got all this like really neat stuff. And then I have the worst weapon in the game that feels like shit, isn't fun, and is awful. And Risk of Rain it's not like Genji, like old shurikens being the worst weapon in like the game at certain periods. But it is like, the reason your characters are good is because you're getting like items that trigger off of each other, and your abilities are like really like strong. Like Artificer, fucking like Ice Wall makes Artificer. I prefer when rocket primary attack that's fun to shoot would make Artificer instead, but that's not how a lot of the characters feel in Risk of Rain in particular. Like Deadeye, that's your ability. That's like what makes you really good. I mean, Bandit's primary is also very good, and it has that really good backstab ability that's just like, oh, this sucks so ass. I'm waiting for this to charge. Okay. Chariot. I might hold the chariot for a second here. Just we'll find a pill, maybe. I guess that's. Amnesia? Oh, nice. I guess that's a good example why like TF2 is fun to me again. I've been playing a lot of that, honestly. As like a wind down game as well. Is your weapon is just good. Like if you're good with the weapon, you don't need like McCree flashbang on cooldown every single time, and it's just kind of weird. And anyway, that Terraria mod is a Risk of Rain inspired mod. It literally has Risk of Rain item rarity and music and like the final boss basically of like one of them. So I just like didn't care because like everything was just like 5% chance to drop a fucking fart balls on my on my chin. I'm like, that's not like a fun item to get. The only item that was fun to me was a sniper rifle that lowered, that just like probably evened out damage wise, because it just increased my damage but dramatically lowered my attack speed. And then I got a shotgun that just made sure I shot an extra couple shots, and like that was what was fun. I don't know, I might play it anyway, but also I think that mod, I remember I played 3 runs, I won 1 of them. You die like instantly in that one, and dying instantly in a roguelike, pretty not fun. Like, imagine an Isaac right now if I just had a sword fall on my head and the run ended instantly. But that sword was giving me absolutely no benefit for any reason, and that random sword falling in my head is actually not a sword. It's actually a Roadhog reskin Dead Cells enemy that in the beta would be like, oh, you're level 13? I do 2,000 damage. I don't care. I don't know. It's just like, don't one-shot me. Let me feel like I'm getting stronger. Let my abilities be fun to do. That's why I like default tiers in Isaac. I feel like more than most people. Because one, I'm like kind of good at aiming them just because I've like done it for so long. But like, I know the ins and outs that what makes it like useful. Actually, okay, Curse of the Labyrinth is actually awful because we missed out on like another deal chance, and our only deal was like extra health, which, albeit is like very warranted at this point right now. Stars, let's just teleport out because that wasn't worth it in any degree, and just kind of take like a nice brisk stroll. Maybe get this. Sure, I'll take like a boss item. Maybe a better trinket, like Herb Horn. It's like, I hate like asking for an item like that. I think I'm gonna take Bloody Pen. I have been getting curved horn a lot, by the way, on my like eat-in streaks, which is kind of crazy. On my other file eat-in streak sort of thing. By the way, not Risk of Rain, not a bad game at all. I would go so far as to say it's really fun. It's dependent on whether or not you get items. Way harder than like most other roguelikes, though. Particularly speed. And you would think red items would be good, but actually half of them are awful. And so when you see them, they're actually like the least fun shit in the game to get. Like, oh, I heal 50% more. I get one shot by a fireball, but I mean, I healed half as much. Like, that's kind of good, right? I'm trying to remember the other ones that were just like really bad. I feel like a lot of the times I get a red item in Risk of Rain, I just go like, oh, that would have been better on like Loader, I guess. But I'm not Loader. And I usually make that comparison that it would have been better on another character if I'm playing with a party, which really is like more frequent with that game. But not just not knowing what the items do and what they look like, and then not playing the game for a very long time, you forget what the reds do, and then you get the bad red that you don't like. Comment: what's the worst red in the game? I'm trying to remember what it was. Because there are a rather large selection of pretty bad red items. Is it Rejuvenating Rack is what that healing one is called? It's not good. I can see it being good, but it's like you just get to a point where the game one-shots. It was also just kind of boring. Basically, where's this Isaac run? It honestly feels like a run I actually have to play, which is usually like not something you do in Isaac. And honestly, I don't even want to go back for that fucking upgraded horse pill, because it's like, what good pills do I even have in my run? I really haven't seen any. So don't really need it. A good update though is the fact that all of those effects really like actually have an effect now. Vision. I think I'd rather have a vision than this one here. The chariot. This is on the vision. Have that. Another, yeah, you know, a little bit of money is okay. I don't really need money anymore. But I have it now, and I can be happy about that. It's also just nice to play Isaac, by the way. Like, there are so many good roguelikes, and I feel bad not liking. Dead Cells is like the one that I don't like. I feel bad that I don't like it because everybody does, and then I play it, and then I remember why I don't like it at all. I don't think there's an aspect of Dead Cells I like. Soundtrack, don't like. Visual style, don't like. Gameplay, don't like it. Story, who cares? Parrying, boring. Bosses, awful. Enemies, you ignore them. It's just like... Positioning, unimportant, because every enemy teleports or shoots through walls and doesn't care. So I just don't get that game. I actually, okay, no, if you played Dead Cells and somehow didn't click off after I shit-talk Dead Cells, what aspects, I'm curious, like, not as like a, wow, this is, how could anybody possibly like this game? What aspects of the game are enjoyable? Like, what keeps you playing? Like, is it the gameplay? Is it, like, speedrunning through things? And it's like... Dead Cells has just, like, it's like an enigma in my brain. I don't know why. But I want to know, like, what... Because, like, if you look up, like, roguelike tier list... Dead Cells is on S every time. Dead Cells is commonly the highest one on that list a lot of the time. And it's just like, I just explained every reason I don't like the game. And keep in mind that I've played the beta, and then they increased the, like, cooldown on, like, all items by, like, 500%. And I don't see the appeal in it anymore. I didn't even really like it in the beta to begin with. And I think just, like, if you want a Metroidvania style 2D roguelike, what's the thing called? I was gonna call it Streets of Rogue, but that's not it. It's called Rogue Legacy. Rogue Legacy is right there, and it feels like way, way better. And there's no dodge roll. There's a dash that doesn't give you iframes, unless I think you're on one character where I have an item. A lot of money that I don't need. I only need to get one of these HPs, Joe. So I'm curious why, like, people really like the game. I don't know. This has been that they, like, talk about other games, kind of Isaac Run, just because it's basically been, like, a little challenging, just because we didn't have a lot of soul hearts, and so we really didn't get the opportunity to get, like, our deals, and then our deal was HP, which ended up being, like, you know, it's fine, but, like, like something a little better. I mean, I'll take the HP over, like, the fucking locket that makes ghosts explode. Melting piece of shit item I don't like. Or, like, duality. Or my new, like, least favorite item in the whole game, honestly, is the Jar of Flames. Now that they have random effects, and the random effects on Wisps are god awful. Like, some of the worst. Like, I'll take... I defend, a lot of the items in this game. Like, I'll defend Cursed Eye, 100%. I think it's fun. I think the benefits of, like, burst shotting into a room as soon as you enter, or, like, being out of position for a moment and then going in to shoot, like, I see the benefits of this item. Random wisps are awful. A good example of random wisps, I was fighting Mom. This is a run I literally did today. Doing the Mom's heart fight, a wisp cracked, it dropped the trinket, causing me to stop shooting, and swapped out the trinket that I had, which was Your Soul, caused the DPS to lower, got hit twice because of it. And then I was doing the chest room where it's 3 of the stain. When they all started shooting at the same time. Wisp broke, dropped the troll bomb behind me. In the only area that was safe. So it's just like, yeah, random wisp might be the worst thing in the game. So I'm never picking that jar up again. Because it's random wisp. This is taking a while. Ridiculous. Alright, like Isaac beam me, I see. Isaac is going to be actively attacking me probably during this next phase. I'm forgetting I have an active item, by the way. I should probably be using it when one of these phases happen. So yeah, I kind of want to play other roguelikes today, so I'll have to figure out which one. Because I'm actually in a recording mood, and I don't want to like draw right now. Or play Terraria and waste time. You know, you play Terraria, you play video games to like, just to enjoy them, you know? Sometimes you just gotta do that with some stuff. Not everything has to be like, with the boys, or you just, I hate that term, with the boys. It feels exclusionary, and it feels like something you do when you're a big sweaty guy with very little life experience. So we lose out on an item, but we get to get four more items. I think that's a valid trade, unfortunately. Like the one time I actually want Forget Me Now. So really good. Very good, actually. I guess the all that money was worth it. We have effectively doubled our damage. Actually, we absolutely doubled it. So it's been it's been fun to play Terraria, basically. So like this boiled down to this Isaac run. We got Jacob's Ladder, and it was steaming a little bad because we kept losing video games even though their survivability. So it's been pretty good the entire time. Just to our plethora of red hearts, especially towards the end. I lined it up. Oh, and it's super greed. You know what that means. You're about to give me some extra damage. That didn't give me any damage. Didn't give me any damage because that's just how the damage multiplier works. I don't think I've ever had Jacob's Ladder plus soy milk before, but I'm definitely not against it. An extra like tears up probably would have been nice. It's like the tears multiplier is really what makes soy milk like super good, and we really only had a tears down, I'm pretty sure. From a pill, no less. This marks speed and damage. So that's really why it feels like we're still kind of weak, even though we're like, you know, we're 24 damage a second, plus mass room damage. Like these mega fatties, like this late into the game, really should take a little less time. So I don't know. I also want to. I'm like, okay. So patch note about Isaac. I'll probably mention the whole patch next time I play. Man, I'm so sad. I mean, I don't go Devil Deals anyway. I'm so sad that Sister Maggie and Brother Bobby got taken out of those deals. Because like, not only do I like both of those items. I've always liked both of those items. Even before the buff to both of them. Like, I would go to Devil Deals if I had two familiars for the Conjoin, just because, like, Conjoin's a good transformation, and now it's, like, Dry Baby's in there, and it's like, Dry Baby, I think, should be in there anyway. But, like, it's just, like, kind of sad. They're a staple of bad Devil Deal items, and I've always loved them. Because, like, we're going to do a little bit of a tangent. I'm going to kind of just, we're going to fudge the numbers because I don't know them exactly. This is going to be a long fight. Let's say you have like Isaac's default damage. I have no bombs. It's been a consumable barren run, it feels. Other than like, you know, the insane amount of we got earlier. But it's like Brother Bobby, let's just say, shoots twice a second and does 7 damage a second. And you shoot 3 times a second, and then most people would probably still take like Jesus Juice or Brother Bobby as your options, but you have no other items. And they'd be like, well, that's DPS, so I want that. Even though, like, mathematically in that situation, Brother Bobby just gives you more DPS, but I don't know, because it's a visible change on your stat on top of the fact that, like, it's kind of bad to have those damage items just because of how the damage algorithm works. And the more damage items you have, the less damage you effectively get from other items. So if you have bad damage up items, kind of bad. Anyway, that's my TED Talk on the binary basic. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't. Check my links in the description. I'll see you in the next one.